Back here at Ray Vaughn Field, Shakopee still with the football as it's now spotted at the 35-yard line in enemy territory. A big chunk play from Seth Bakken. Took it for 26 yards and a pitch out from David Bigowet, the quarterback. The Sabres, who scored in their first 5 drives of the game on Tuesday over Egan, trying to get out to an early lead with 9:05 left of the first quarter here at Vaughn Field. Bigowet drops back to pass. He's got Katona open, and Katona drops it at the goal line. Nick Katona wide open, and we talked about the recent passing struggles of Bigowet. That was right to Nick Katona on the money as he sprung free, his 6'6" receiver, but a drop. And Shakopee now with 3rd down and 11 coming up.
I don't know if he was just getting excited thinking about his end zone dance or something. He was going to just fall right in. He was wide open. A great route. See if they go back to that and try to execute it better later in the game.
Nick Katona, the leading receiver for Shakopee this year. 5 catches for 72 yards and a pair of TDs. Bigowet now on the keeper play with 3rd down. A flag is on the field as he was tackled well short of the first down marker.
Initially, I was going to say this is probably 4-down territory, but if that's against Shakopee, that could, moving them back, looked like a chop block. That may change that line of thinking.
Yeah, might have been potentially a 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 6, but certainly going to be a punting situation now for the Sabres after their setback. A crucial drop by Nick Katona. And talking with Ray Betton this week, he said, yeah, they don't pass a ton, but they have some really big receivers that can get some separation, that can win some jump balls, and they have to do it. Show some threat in the passing game so teams don't stack the box against them. And it looks like, it's 3rd and 26 now. And so the Sabres with a lot of ground here to make up. They'll go handoff on the fake. Bigowet pitches it out to Bakken. Bakken with the line to gain in sight, breaks through a tackler, scampering into the end zone and past the pylon on 3rd down and 26 from the 49. A 51-yard touchdown run for Seth Bakken, and the Sabres take the 6-0 lead here in Shakopee.
Well, that's one way to get 3rd down and long and not worry about the 4th down decision. What a run by Bakken, and again, a great job by Bigowet to make the defender commit, and then those receivers downfield block so well.
2 touches for Seth Bakken in this game. He's got 77 yards and a touchdown. Owen Forsythe on the extra points, able to drive it through the sticks, and it's 7-0 Shakopee with 8:26 left here on the scoreboard in the first quarter. Sabres, the storybook start just like they drew it up as they lead the state runner-ups in Champlin Park here on Sabres Live. On a drive that started from their own 28-yard line, Shakopee on just 5 plays, a help of a couple of Champlin Park penalties. It ends with a 51-yard touchdown run from the senior running back Seth Bakken on what is Bakken's 6th rushing touchdown of the season. The Sabres lead it 7-0 as they get set to kick it off, and Champlin Park's offense looks to respond.
Champlin Park will have to be concerned. They saw Shakopee get out to the edge and get big plays multiple times.
Forsythe with a squib kick, and it knocked off one of the Rebels, but it looked like several white shirts able to pounce on it. And it's going to be at the 35-yard line to start the first drive of the game for Champlin Park.
And Champlin Park, I mean, they have that big line we've talked about. They want to run the ball. It's going to be important for them, if they want to stay in this, to be able to score and keep up and not fall behind this Shakopee team that when they want to can pound the ball and just kill clock with the best of them. I know it's really early to be talking about that, but again, it almost seems like a critical drive right away.
Play whistle dead here on the first offensive snap for the Rebels. And it looks like offsides on the defense is the call that's going to help out Champlin Park. So 5 yards, they will have a 1st and 5 to start the day offensively. Yeah, Champlin Park, massive offensive line. The average weight of their starting O-lineman today, 284, led by Emmanuel Alabe, their right tackle, who's 6'4", 340. And they've got one of the most talented backs in the state in Sean Shipman. A handoff to Shipman. The St. Thomas recruit lost the football, and it looks like Shakopee has recovered. The Sabres force the turnover on the opening defensive play of the game, and a massive celebration from the Sabres D to force it loose.
And that is exactly what Coach Benton and company love to see.
It was
coming
Vincent
up with
Nyanduka forcing that fumble free.
You always want to win the turnover battle, and to get such a key one right away, if they can go up multiple scores early and start to take Champlin Park out of their comfort zone, you'd start to feel like things are moving in the right direction for the Sabres.
So a fumble by the lead back Shipman on the opening play. Here's a little trickery by the Sabres, and a flag down, as it's going to be a pass interference call against Champlin Park. That was one of the wide receivers, Michael Pennington. He was the backup QB for the Sabres last year. Little flea flicker play as he tried to find Nick Katona. Ray Benton is pulling out all the stops in what feels like a college bowl game here with the early trick play.
As nothing to hold for another game, might as well throw the kitchen sink. And that was a penalty that happened really because the ball was underthrown. They had to go, but Pennington had to go back to it, and the defensive back didn't make that adjustment and had no choice but to just break it up in whatever way he could.
Penalty spots the ball at the 27 in Champlin Park territory. Big Ouette will hand off to his big back, Trayvon Lucian. Lucian shrugs off the tackler and dances into the end zone. Cam Hammonds, the free safety, looked like had wrapped up Lucian. He just shrugged him off and then otherwise went into the end zone untouched. Lucian busts through for over 700 yards on the season to make it a 13-0 Shako lead.
You couldn't have drawn up much of a better start. 2 big play touchdown runs, a defensive stop, forcing a turnover. This is just about as perfectly as Coach Benton and company could have asked for a start to a football game.
Forsyth's extra point good. Just a 2-play drive that results in a 27-yard touchdown run for Trayvon Lucian. Shako leads it 14-0 in this playoff sectional championship here on Sabres Live.